This is a 16-month Bergamasco I was lucky enough to come across, who was just having their coat prepared. What she's doing here is just showing the lines. There's various methods. Everyone's got their own method of doing their Bergamasco coat, but this is just one. Here she's looking, so she split them into lines, but the lines of this kind of massive clumped hair is too thick at the moment, so she's going to break it down further. She just digs her thumb in, and you find a natural break. It sounds more difficult than it is, but you honestly just find these natural tears in the coat, and it falls apart fairly easily. She's not using much force. The Bergamasco doesn't feel anything. They generally just enjoy being fussed over on the grooming table. And there you go, she split it down into a lovely vertical line, and so if the dog was standing up, these vertical lines would be pointing upwards. Again, she's found it's just too thick. Nothing wrong with having thick flocks. You'll just find it really difficult to split them further down, and they will get weighty when they get older. Again, you don't want them too thin. If you have them too thin, they will have potentially break off when they're a bit longer, a bit heavier, and the dog's a bit older. So there you go. So she's split them down, lovely straight lines, lovely kind of clumps of hair of the right thickness. And now she's going to break them down further into what you know as a normal flock. And again, it's up to you, personal preference, how thick you want it. But here she's actually finding some natural splits. You feel them. I mean, you can almost see that. There's a natural split there, and she'll just rip it. And that's it. That's a flock. Now, you could leave it there. It's kind of a rustic look. Lots of fluffy bits on the end, and you know, some people prefer that look. I certainly do with my Bergs. But here she's just using some scissors, and she's just cutting away the edges, so all the little kind of bits of woolly hair that's just sticking out. And the reason she does it, one, she wants a nice neat look, and two, it stops or helps stop the flocks reforming, and they will reform, particularly if you don't do this, but it's no problem whatsoever. When you're sat with your dog on the sofa or whatever, you can just re-split them. It's just you go through your dog's coat, you're always checking it. It's kind of therapeutic for you and the dog, to be honest. So it is entirely up to you whether you do this bit. And there you go. That's a flock. You can see below that she's done a load of others. She's using these scissors, and I know they're around the wrong way, and it looks a bit odd. However, there's a reason. Cutting a Bergamasco's flocks is pretty demanding on your scissors, so I wouldn't use your best scissors at all. They will get ruined. So she's just using a cheap pair of scissors to do the job. Here she's going to split again. Quick rip. Doesn't hurt the dog. And that's it. That's another flock. And you just carry on throughout the coat. I wouldn't do... You need to do this and wait for the coat to be properly formed, really, and matted up before you can actually do this. But it's quite simple, and it's quite a nice process to do with your dog. And again, if you're doing it, you can choose how you want it to look.